Masood Azhar is the founder and leader of the militant group Jaish-e-Mohammed, a militant group based mainly in the Pakistan-administered portion of the state of Kashmir. Pakistani authorities detained him after the Pathankot attack in India. India had listed Masood Azhar as one of its most wanted terrorists due to his history of militant activities. Early life: Azhar was born in Bhawalpur, Punjab on July 10, 1968 as one of 10 siblings, although some sources list his birth date as August 7, 1968 as the third of 11 children. Azhar's father, ALll Shiba, was the headmaster at a government-run school, and his family operated a dairy and poultry farm. Azhar studied at the Jamia Ulum al-Islamiyya Banari town in Karachi, where he became involved with Harkat al-Ansar. After he suffered injuries in the Soviet-Afghan War, Azhar was chosen as the head of Harkat's Department of Motivation and became an editor for the Urdu language Sada Euro unregistered trademark e-Mujahideen and the Arabic language Sod Kashmir. Azhar later became the General Secretary of Harkat al-Ansar and visited many international locations to recruit, to raise funds and to spread the message of pan-Islamism. Among his destinations were Zambia, Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia, Mongolia, the United Kingdom and Albania. Activities in Somalia: Azhar confessed that in 1993 he traveled to Nairobi, Kenya to meet with leaders of al-Shayad al-Islamiyya, an al-Qaeda-aligned Somali group, who had requested money and recruits from Harkat al-Mujahideen. Indian intelligence officials believe that he made at least 3 trips to Somalia and that he also helped bring Yemeni mercenaries to Somalia. 1994 arrest to Euro 1999 release: in early 1994, Azhar travelled to Srinagar to ease tensions between Harkat al-Ansar's feuding factions of Harkat al-Jihad al-Islami and Harkat al-Mujahideen. India arrested him in February and imprisoned him for his terrorist activities with the groups. In 1995, foreign tourists were kidnapped in Jammu and Kashmir. The kidnappers, referring to themselves as ALll, included the release of Masood Azhar among their demands. One of the hostages managed to escape but the rest were eventually killed. In December 1999, he was freed by the Indian government in exchange for passengers on the hijacked Indian Airlines Flight 814 that had eventually landed in Kandahar, Afghanistan, which at the time the Taliban controlled. The hijackers of IC-814 were led by Masood Azhar's brother, Ibrahim Azhar. His release from Kotbul jail was supervised by an IPS officer, SP Vade. His younger brother Abdul Rauf Asghar had planned this attack. Once Masood Azhar was handed over to the hijackers, they fled to Pakistani territory. Pakistan had said the hijackers would be arrested if found, a difficult task given the length of the border and multitude of access points from Afghanistan. The Pakistani government also previously indicated that Azhar would be allowed to return home since he did not face any charges there. Shortly after his release, Azhar made a public address to an estimated 10,000 people in Karachi. He proclaimed, "I have come here because this is my duty to tell you that Muslims should not rest in peace until we have destroyed India," vowing to liberate the Kashmir region from Indian rule. 2001 arrest to Euro 2002 release: Masood Azhar's outfit Jaish-e-Mohammed allegedly carried out a string of deadly attacks against Indian targets, including the attack on the Indian Parliament in December 2001 that brought India and Pakistan to the brink of a full-scale war. Soon after the Indian Parliament attack, Masood Azhar was detained for a year by Pakistani authorities in connection but was never formally charged. The Lahore High Court ordered an end to the house arrest on December 14, 2002, much to the fury of India. Works: he wrote many books on jihad in Urdu. Some of them are as follows: Fazl-e-Jihad, Kutbat-e-Jihad, Muskurat-Zakhm, Daras-e-Jihad, Zard-e-Mujahid, Azadi-Mukamal-Yadhuri, Fath-ul-Jawad. November 2008 Mumbai attacks: on December 7, 2008. It was claimed that he was among several arrested by the Pakistani government after a military raid on a camp located on the outskirts of Muzaffarabad in connection with the 2008 Mumbai attacks. He continued to live in Bhawalpur. Pakistan's government denied it had arrested Masood Azhar and said it was unaware of his whereabouts. On January 26, 2014, Masood Azhar reappeared after a seclusion of 6 years. He addressed a rally in Muzaffarabad, calling for the resumption of jihad in Kashmir. His group, Jaish-e-Mohammed, claims he is currently in Srinagar, India. Sanctioned by U.S. Treasury, the U.S. Treasury is prohibiting Americans from engaging in any transactions with 3 Pakistan-based militants and a front group. Al-Rahmat Trust, called an operational front for Jaish-e-Mohammed, was designated for providing support to and for acting for or on behalf of that group, and Mohammed Masood Azhar Alvi, Jaish-e-Mohammed's founder and leader, was designated for acting on behalf of the group. See also, Abdul Rauf Asghar, Mohammed Omar, Osama bin Laden. References. External links: BBC Profile, History Commons Profile, Global Security Profile.